Welcome to Senior View. And tonight we have a very special program that takes place in our community at the public library, this beautiful place. Tonight we're going to be talking about our Time Memory Cafe. And you're saying, what is she talking about? Well, there are those of us who have dementia, Alzheimer's, and other forgetful problems. And Patty here, who I'll introduce in a minute, she is the founder of this wonderful program. And just to read briefly to you from a wonderful flyer that they have, it's a welcoming gathering for those experiencing forgetfulness, mild cognitive impairment, or living with dementia and their care partner, family and friends. The monthly events here are free, offering conversation and refreshments in a relaxing atmosphere. The cafe is a place to socialize, share experiences with others going through similar changes, and form friendships. Celebrate life and share happiness with each other. It's a safe place, it's a warm, loving place, and you will love it. I would like to introduce to you Lisa Bragdon, a caregiver, and Pat Sverdava, who is the founder of this wonderful program, and thank you so much. Thank you. Pat, I'm going to turn this over to you.
Thank you, Mary. Just wanted to say a little bit more about the Memory Cafe. The Memory Cafes were actually founded in 1997 over in Holland, and they made their way through other countries and to the United States. In 2011 was the first Memory Cafe here locally, and since then, Memory Cafes have been popping up all over Massachusetts. Locally here, Hopkinton, this is our first try at having a memory cafe. Locally, some of the communities do not have memory cafes. There are some in Westboro. There's one in Northboro, in Shrewsbury, those two being at the library. So we started our Memory Cafe. Our first event was in May. We meet the second Tuesday of every month. And each month we try and do something a little bit different to engage. We don't call it entertainment, we call it engagement, because it's so important to be able to take our guests to a different place, a place being right now, helping them do the things that they can still do. We don't dwell on what they can't do. We try and emphasize what they can still do. So it might be that they can do art, it might be that they can sing, it might be that they can dance, it might be that they can socialize. So our Memory Cafe is a place for all of these things to happen. It's a place where you can feel safe. It's a place where we don't dwell on the stigma. Sometimes people feel that because they have memory issues, that it's a stigma. They feel that, and the community sometimes feels that as well. But here at the Memory Cafe, you can come and we don't ask you whether you have a diagnosis. We don't care about that. All we care about is that you are here and that you can enjoy yourself, that you can form friendships, that you can just feel safe and happy for whatever time that you're here. So we have had music artists, we've had art, we've had, our last event was just kind of celebrating fall and enjoying socialization, talking about what fall means to us and doing various little activities to help us celebrate that. We had a great time. We've also done some multi-generational events where we've had children here, and it seems like adults, senior adults, all adults, especially those with dementia, really enjoy being with children. They enjoy the music, they enjoy the activity. So we do meet here on the second Tuesday of every month from 1 to 3. We have caregivers that come with their loved ones. The caregiver can be a family member, it can be a neighbor, it can be a friend. We encourage people who think that they might have some memory issues to come along and see what goes on here. We encourage long-distance caregivers, those who are caring for a loved one in another state. They might like to come and see what we offer. Perhaps it's something that they could find in their communities in another state that could be helpful. We have here Lisa. Lisa's a caregiver for her mom. And I'd like her to tell us a little bit about her observation when she comes here and the effect that coming to a memory cafe has on Mom.
The first one was very serendipitous. I came to the library to pick up a book and saw your sign, and thought that this would be an opportunity. My mom, loves to come out. She loves to socialize, and we really wanted to try something different. She does go to an adult day program part of the week, but this was something we could do together. So we came. It happened to be an art month, and she just loved it. She lit up. She got to make friends. She got to do something. At first, sometimes an issue comes up that you feel insecure. Mm-hmm. And she didn't have that. She felt safe. She got this art stuff, and she's like, I can't do this. I don't know what to do. Mm-hmm. And everyone just sort of said, yeah, that looks good, and encouraged her. And by the end of it, she's been so proud. She's displayed all the stuff that she mm-hmm. left with. And then the following month, we came during a music event. And each time she makes a friend. And whether she'll remember the friend's name or not doesn't matter, because she remembers the feeling of engaging, feeling safe, having a chance to just participate, to not worry if...
she doesn't have to worry about saying the wrong thing.
Saying the wrong thing or not knowing a person. Right. Because everyone's just welcoming. It's a very safe place.
What I think is wonderful is when they see others with similar problems, they don't feel alone. I'm not different. I'm part of, and we're all connected. And I think, that takes that relief inside. I'm not isolating. I'm not strange because I have this. Other people, we're all human. We're
yes.
only human.
Yes.
We're all on a journey.
And it's so nice to be able to offer this. It's co-sponsored by the Hopkinton Senior Center and the Hopkinton Library. Mm-hmm. And it's so nice to be able to have a place in the center of town.
Yes.
Where those that have memory challenges can come and be part of the community and be with the community. Coming to the library opens up other issues. Maybe they'd like to look at some magazines or some pictures or just talk. Sometimes we have our guests that come and they want to stop at the at the desk on the way out and check out a book, maybe a magazine.
That's right.
About
a new beginning.
A new beginning, absolutely, absolutely. How does it make you feel as a caregiver?
It's nice because the energy is so positive, and it feeds off how she is for days later. I don't think that you might necessarily see the effects mm-hmm. that happen, but she does. She talks about it. She remembers it. When I tell her that it's coming up, that we're going to go to the Hopkinton Library, she gets excited because she knows she comes here for that. And I don't have to feel, I don't have to worry about her.
While you're here.
While we're here.
While you're here.
That she can just enjoy herself, and I can enjoy it, and we enjoy it together.
Are you ever surprised at what she's able to do?
Not so much surprised, because she does things all the time, as opening up things that we don't necessarily explore on our own. We wouldn't sit and do music at home. we wouldn't sit and do art at home. We love to go for rides, and we travel to libraries, and we do a lot of things that, you know, I'll take her to museums or to events to go walking and stuff like that. But to actually just sit down and, you know, draw together, it's not something that I really think about until I came here and saw how much she enjoyed being creative. Even if she'll sort of say, I can't do this, and then she'll do it. And she's like, oh, no, I don't know if I can do that. Yeah, you can.
When you first mentioned this to her the first time, how did she react?
I don't think she understood exactly what we were coming to do. Even like when she goes to the adult day program, they do have a lot of music events, but they don't, it's not quite the same. It's more,
This is more
structured.
intimate?
This is more, there's a flow to it. There's conversation, there's
More intimacy?
yeah, more sense of being part of a community.
That's
Yeah.
right.
Yeah. So
Well, I
Wonderful.
think that the Memory Cafe gives the caregiver, and especially the person that they're caring for, an opportunity to be away from isolation. Isolation is one of those things that creates more health problems for the person that you're caring for, as well as for yourself. And also, it tends to make the dementia a little bit worse. So being out and being active and being here helps that. Our hope with the Memory Cafe also is to help make the town and surrounding towns more aware of what it's like to be a caregiver, and especially what it's like to live with memory issues. And it's a hope that we have that word will get around and that people will realize that it's okay. It's okay to be with someone who has dementia. It's okay. It's okay for the person to be here. And this helps to make a community more dementia friendly. So it's our hope that coming to a Memory Cafe will help everyone. There are memory cafes, other memory cafes in the Massachusetts areas, in different localities. And if you go to www.jfcboston.org/Memory Cafe directory, you will be able to find other memory cafes. Our Memory Cafe is not just for the residents of Hopkinton, it's for the surrounding areas. And we find that once someone goes to a memory cafe and they realize that there are other memory cafes, we try and schedule them so that they're on different days. We find that people go memory cafe hopping. Monday they might be in one place, Tuesday they might be in Hopkinton, Wednesday they might be somewhere else. And because these activities are free, you don't necessarily have to register, although it is helpful. But when you get up in the morning and it's a good day and everything is working fine for the caregiver and the person that they're caring for, they say, let's go, let's get in the car and
It's
let's
like
go.
playing.
Exactly, let's go
Let's
somewhere.
play.
We know
Let's play.
there's-
Remember we were younger, went
Yes.
outside, let's play. Well, here we
know-
go.
Right, we know there's something going on in Hopkinton, it's the second Tuesday, and let's go see what it is, and let's have fun. And
Yes.
it's just all about living. Just because you have a diagnosis of dementia does not mean that life stops. Life continues. It's trying to build on what you can do and help the individual live. It's like when you have cancer. Well, when you have cancer and you live with it for years. Well, with dementia, you can do the same thing. Life changes from day to day.
Yes, it
Sometimes
does.
some days are better than other days, but you can still live. You can still be out there. You can still be doing things.
That's right.
We encourage those who are in early stages of dementia, if they just realize that they've got a problem, we encourage them to come and volunteer with us. Come volunteer still be able to
Yes.
do that, still come and join us and see what you can do. We also encourage community members who would like to volunteer to give us a call at 508-497-0108 and tell us you'd like to volunteer. We'd be happy to have you here.
Wonderful.
I'd also like to mention, this being the Senior View, and we're featuring the Senior Center and the library here, but at the Senior Center we also have a caregiving support group, which meets on the third Thursday of every month from 10:30 to 12. We meet at the Senior Center, and that too is a place for caregivers to come. Unlike the Memory Cafe, where the caregiver can come with the person they're caring for, the support group is more for the caregiver. But at the Senior Center, we have made arrangements if you would like to come to the support group and you have no one to care for your loved one, you may bring your loved one to the Senior Center and someone will stay with your loved one while you attend the caregiving support group.
That's important.
And that is important. So, you're welcome. We welcome anyone from Hopkinton and the surrounding communities to come to our support group. It's a place to share how you feel. It's a good place to talk about issues that you have. Other caregivers who are there have helpful suggestions because they may have been where you are. And those suggestions help you care for the person that you love. So there's a lot going on here in Hopkinton.
Yes.
And
yes.
we just really encourage everyone to take advantage of the opportunities that we have here.
Do you join other groups, like if there were a group meeting like in Holliston, would you bring the two groups together, kind of like a party or celebration?
We haven't done that yet, but we have plans in the future for trying to get larger groups together. I think that's really important.
As long as they feel comfortable.
As long as they feel comfortable.
They're first.
Exactly.
Right, they are first. They are first. How did you come up with this idea? Did you used to do volunteer work at another group? Or?
Well, I have. I'm originally from Michigan, and I will be here 3 years in October. I was a caregiver for my husband, who was living with Alzheimer's. And I was in a rural area, and I didn't have the ability to go to a memory care cafe. We didn't have memory cafes in Michigan. And so when I came here and I heard about memory cafes, I thought, I wonder what those are all about. So I started investigating, and I thought, this is really great. I wish that I had had this when I was taking care of my husband, a place where we could go and celebrate together. And so we did a little investigating, and the Senior Center and the library decided that, we'd like to host this. So that's how it came about. And so we're very happy that we've had a lot of town participation. We've had members from the community who have helped us plan this, and we're just very grateful.
I see a change, a good, healthy change, with people caring for each other within the community. In other words, your mother doesn't have to stay home and feel shame and fear.
Yeah.
She can reach out and get beyond where she's at. And even young people in our town with special problems, especially teenagers today, they're going through so much. Well, within our community, there are wonderful groups that are helping these young people. And it's just wonderful to see people caring for people.
Absolutely.
And this is what life is really meant to be, to love and care for each other. We don't have to have a state program, we can do it. We can do it. Yes, we can. Yes, we can. That's just wonderful. Well, we will be closing, but is there something that you would like to say?
Just how much I appreciate both the Hopkinton Senior Center and the library and you for,
Yes.
pulling these things together because I'm sure it's not as seamless as you're making it sound. And it really means a lot to the families.
Thank you. Thank you for being here and sharing with us.
Thank you
Really
for
appreciate
asking
it.
me.
Thank you, Pat, so much.
You're
I think you're an
welcome.
angel, believe in me. Delivered to Hopkinton. And thank you, Lisa, for coming on and sharing. You made it so special by doing that.
Thank you.
And we hope, too, that you consider being a volunteer. Don't stay home and do nothing. Come out and help out in your community. You're going to feel good, okay? So thank you for watching, and you have a good night.
My name is Connor. My name is Nina.
I'm Haley. Hi, my name is Jake. We're the Hiller volleyball team.
My name is Emma. My name is May. My name is Shelby. My name is Sophie.
We're Alma Gal, and we love HCAM.
We love HCAM.
And I volunteer for HCAM TV.
I watch HCAM TV.
And I love HCAM TV. And I love HCAM TV. We love HCAM TV. Woo!
United Way fights for the health, education, and financial stability of every person in every community. Will you?
Are you worried about letting your child take the wheel? Maybe you should also be worried about what you're doing behind the wheel. Have you ever sent a quick text, just this once? Well, that might turn into a catastrophic accident. Monkeys see what monkeys do. If you do it, why wouldn't your child? In a child's brain, almost all things their parents do, they can do too. 78% of teen drivers surveys text and drive. 59% said their parents do it too. Stop texting and driving, because if you do it, your child will too.
January 2005, a residential heating vent was blocked with snow and a buildup of carbon monoxide, or CO, accumulated inside the residence, unknowns to the occupants. One of the occupants was a 7-year-old girl named Nicole. Nicole lost her life that night of CO poisoning. The following year, a new law came into effect requiring all residential homes to have functioning CO detectors on every level. This law is called Nicole's Law. According to the Journal of the American Medical Association, hundreds of people die every year of CO poisoning. In fact, it is the #1 poisoning killer. Carbon monoxide is known as the silent killer. This is due to being odorless and colorless. The only way CO can be detected inside a home is with a functioning CO detector or a combustible gas meter. Carbon monoxide is the byproduct of the combustion of fossil fuels like wood, oil, gas, and charcoal. Chimneys and vents are designed to remove CO naturally from the residence. If an appliance is not functioning properly or blocked, the CO will not be evacuated and will slowly accumulate inside the home. Following Nicole's Law by placing functioning CO detectors on all levels of the home, and remember to change the batteries twice a year. Have a qualified service tech inspect all heating appliances prior to the winter months. Check chimneys, flues, and vent pipes for blocks or leaks. Never leave a vehicle running inside your garage, even if the door is open. If you have to use a generator due to a loss of electrical power to the home, position the generator's exhaust away from the home and at least 10 feet in distance. Call 911 and remove yourself, your family, and pets out into the fresh air. Do not delay by opening windows to vent your home. Leave as soon as the alarms sound. At low levels of carbon monoxide, you will experience a headache, dizziness, nausea. At high levels of carbon monoxide, you will experience unconsciousness and eventually death.
Cancer may not have taken my life, but it took my identity.
My hair, my smooth olive skin,
my eyelashes,
eyebrows,
my sense of humor,
my energy, my breasts.
It changed the way I looked.
It wasn't me anymore.
Sometimes people I knew didn't seem to recognize me.
My husband didn't look at me the same way.
I looked different.
I looked sick.
I felt ugly.
Pale.
Fat. Skinny.
Bald.
Bald.
Bold.
Then I found Look Good, Feel Better.
I felt normal.
Comfortable in my own skin.
Pretty.
Pretty.
Happy.
It's not about makeup. It's about confidence.
When I didn't look like a cancer patient, I wasn't treated like one.
It may seem like nothing.
Just mascara, a little blush,
A scarf.
A wig.
but it's something.
A big something.
It helped me feel like me.
Like me.
Like me.
If you know someone going through cancer treatment,
send this.
Share this.
Post this.
Tell them to visit www.lookgoodfeelbetter.org.
Look good. Feel better.
Have you ever considered texting and driving? If so, you should know the consequences. If caught texting and driving for the first time, you could get an $100 fine plus your license taken away for 60 days. The consequences only get worse the more you get caught. Even if you don't get caught, there could be serious effects. You could get into a car accident and hurt yourself or someone else. Texting and driving is a very dangerous combination, so stop before this happens to you.